Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
We are back here with Sima Azadegan, and she is an amazing woman who holds many titles, I should say. Fashion designer, mother, wife, beautiful woman, and a sweetheart. She's accomplished so much in her life. Sima, it's so exciting to have you here, and again from CimaCollezione.com. Excited to talk about Fashion Week. Congratulations on all your endeavors. But for those new listeners and viewers today, please introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sima Azadegan. I'm a mother, a housewife. I have, lived a complete life. Taught classical piano for over 20 years. I have raised two adult children, as I would say, one 25 and one 27 years old. And we've adopted an 8-year-old as well. And I've been board of directors on maybe 4 or 5 major charities here in Los Angeles. I love playing classical piano. I love singing classical opera, which I actually discovered about 2 years ago, that I do have a classical operatic voice. I have gone through maybe 14, 15 years of doing internal work. What do I mean by internal work? It means discovering the truths about myself, doing the hard work, doing meditation, doing yoga, traveling the world, trying to understand what the truths are about the world and what the truth was really about me and who I was as a person. And which was a very difficult journey. I always say I've gone through the darkest days of my soul. I truly have. And it's interesting because only you as a person would know what you have gone through. And so when I reached 50 years of age, my friends here in LA, they sent me they put a birthday party together for me. And for the first time in my life, I took the microphone and I told, and I think I was voicing myself for the first time, the true me, the true Sima, saying that my first act of my life is over and I'm ready to start my second act. And at that time, I had no clue what I was doing. I just heard myself saying those words. And so I knew that, I had spent 50 years trying to accommodate, trying to please, trying to do the right thing, creating a family life, wonderful, children, husband, done a lot of work for community. I've done being a teacher, being a mother, be a friend, daughter-in-law. I knew that was like enough. I was done.
Yeah. That
I was ready at 50 to explore and to put my foot in my own shoes and follow what had always been my dream ever since a young girl. So I kind of declared that to the universe at 50 at my birthday party. And ever since then, the month later, I went by myself and I established my own company name, Sima Collezione. Now, at that time, I still didn't know what I was doing. I liked the name Sima. Well, I knew it was going to be about Sima.
Of course.
But yeah, the company or the collection was going to be about Sima. But I didn't like couture. I think the name was overly done. Collection, overly done. But collection, it sounded nice.
Beautiful.
So I went and established my company name and I started sketching designs.
Wow.
And excuse, my dog is barking in the kitchen.
Okay.
So I started sketching designs. Now, one design went after another design and then another design. And these designs, after the third design, I knew that I was up to something very special, because I live here in LA, and we know what our designers are about. Valentino, Prada, Miu Miu. I knew after my third design that I have sketched something that doesn't exist.
Wow.
The third design went into fourth, and then fifth, and then 10, and then 15, and then 20, and then 30. And then I knew that this is something that I was meant to do, because it's just coming to me. These sketches and these designs are coming to me in a fraction of a second.
Wow.
And no designer in the world, Jill, has done this. I'm so confident about it, as I tell you. In a fraction of a second. Designers spend years and years and, trying to get maybe 6 or 7 in one collection. Now I have here on my desk over 50. And then I didn't even stop with 50 for my evening dresses. My husband thought I was going, I was overdoing it, but I didn't think I was. And so I started then sketching my couture, which are the short dresses. That went all the way up to 60. And then I started sketching contemporary. That went all the way to 70. And in a heartbeat of a second, these designs and these sketches would just come to me. So I knew that's a way of God talking to me. I'm very confident about that. This was channeled through me. And then at that time, I knew that I had a responsibility to share it with the world.
Yeah.
I had a responsibility to do this. This is my, mission, to share it with the world and to help the world with it. So I went further. I went and started taking entrepreneurship classes, and that I would wake up maybe around 6 or 7 in the morning. And can you just 1 second? Let me just have my dog. I don't know what my dog is.
I think they're excited about Mom and her big debut. It's Fashion Week here in New York.
I don't know. Our dog.
Take me with you. It's okay.
Okay, let me just tell my daughter to take care of the dog.
No problem. Don't worry. I'm here. I will.
Hold on.
Go ahead. So Sima Collezione, just to remind everyone, SimaCollezione.com. And you can read about her story there. Of course, as a young girl, she says she didn't have a voice. She shared, she was born as a third child of an immigrant family, and she wanted to do the right thing to please other people. And she, boy, oh boy, did her share as a mom, as a wife, and so much more. The classical piano, you back?
Okay. Yeah. So and then after that, after I did all those sketches and I knew I was up to something, I started taking apparel entrepreneurship classes. So I started taking, would wake up like about 7 or 8 in the morning and take classes for about 6 weeks, 3 or 4 hours. Now, I still could not believe, at 50 to do that, okay, you've done a lot. Why do you want to go back and take classes? But I just had such a pull, and I had such an inkling to do this. So I would wake up during COVID. We had nothing else to do. So I'm up and taking classes, and I would take notes, and I would do all of that stuff. And then when I finished the 6-week course, it was about how to launch a brand. I started getting connected with a wonderful guy in Italy who helped me create my brand, because he said, Sima, it's nice and dandy. You have all of these wonderful sketches. Well, what's going to make you stand out among everybody else? It's going to be your brand. And at that time, I wasn't sure exactly what he was saying, but I took a course with him for about 6 weeks. I was online, and he was telling me and coaching me on how to create my brand. And at the end, I came up with a brand that was so true to me, true to my intentions, true to who I am as a person. That was, the mission of the brand is to help women by creating bold and vibrant dresses that bring out their inner life, that bring out their inner beauty, who they are as a person, and not to be so succumbed to the superficialities of the outside world. We've had it with, people, ladies competing with each other, wanting to outdo themselves with dresses. I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring out something that's different. I think maybe ladies can connect to this, connect to bringing out their inner beauty and light. And then I added the charity to it as well. And I wanted each sale to help another woman in need, or to help my charity, because it's just so ingrained in me to help charities. So I put the charity aspect and help and empower women. And that came out to be my mission. And I said, you know what? Somewhere deep inside of me said, this is it.
Yeah.
So my mission was established. I have my sketches. I have my, brand, what my brand is about. And so I got introduced to an amazing PR, and which I think that was just also, a message from God. He came and said, Sima, I really like what your message is. I really like, and this is all during COVID, I really like what your brand is standing. I would like to interview you. I said, okay, I have nothing to lose. You can interview me. And this PR company said, we just love it. Can we write about you in certain, press releases, articles? I said, sure, go ahead. You can write about me. So they gave me some interview questions that I had to answer, and that was all about me and so I gave them the content. I answered their interviews, and they wrote about me. So I was on a couple of press magazines, and I had, everything else. So I met a lady that I was always talking to, and, we were going back and forth. And she said, Sima, you know what? Why don't you apply for New York Fashion Week? You have nothing to lose. I said, oh yeah, you're right. I don't have anything to lose. So in December, I applied, and I sent in all of my 50 sketches. Jill, in January, I got okay, that Sima, you're in. I mean, this is crazy. People work their life.
My eyes for you. This is a beautiful story. You are such a good person, and you're doing such a good thing. And he knows, the universe knows, and that's
it's the universe.
It is. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. I don't know you personally, but by talking to you, I can feel you and see your energy, and got goosebumps. You're just that amazing person, and this is your destiny. You're here, and you're here to inspire, and you've gotten this far. You don't just get to Fashion Week like that. I mean, there's about you and your fashions, and you're here to help people. You're not selfish. You're not doing this for you and your name. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm so proud to know that I know you, and that we've been speaking. And when you're big out there on the runway, when you come to New York, I'm going to be out there rooting for you. And I would love to
I need all the rooters.
I really would. Can I just ask you one thing before we continue? I follow you on Instagram now, and I was looking today at some of these pictures. I know it's kind of hard here. Oh my, this baby blue and all these gorgeous Swarovski crystals. I mean, stunning. And I see your elegantness on your shirt too. If you pull up a little, I can see.
Yes.
I love the look. It's beautiful.
Thank you. You can say it. It's about me bringing back class, elegance, integrity, the raw essence of beauty, the simplicity that we need. And, just because I say it, when these designs came to me, I did not look at one magazine or one book. They just came to me. They come to me all the time. They come to me in the middle of the night. They come to me anywhere that I go. So they're coming to me, these designs. They are very raw. This is very new. This is an essence. This is a beauty that I believe is my job to show these and manifest it, and to bring something that's different on the table. We've seen, I don't believe me, Jill, I don't even look at fashion shows. I don't even know. Honestly, I'm not interested, because I'm not here to compete with anyone. I'm not interested what anybody else is doing. I do not even know. I'm just here to carry out a vision, and I'm just following the vision that I have. And the dresses that I have posted so far, I think I have posted 4. I can talk a little bit about the dresses. Well, after New York Fashion Week, what happened was that I got connected to an amazing lady, which I will introduce in Fashion Week. She is very well known in the music industry and the fashion industry. She met with me. She fell in love with these designs. She knows these designs are a combination of Oscar de la Renta, Valentino, Christian Lacroix, all in one. They have a pull of elegance. They have a pull of beauty, but the colors and the designs are just so up to par today. And so she loved it. She said, Sima, I love this. I want to connect you to this amazing lady who you can create this collection with. This is way back in maybe November, or I don't think even I knew about New York Fashion Week, but I got connected to the lady, to this amazing dressmaker who herself is a designer. So this is an up to par, amazing dressmaker, a designer, and she didn't want to take the line. So when I met with her the first day, she said, Sima, I don't want to do this. I said, you know what? I will drive up to your house. Let's just go have a coffee. So I drove up maybe 40 minutes to San Pedro, where she lived. And she said, okay, so let's meet at Terrania Hotel, which is in Palos Verdes in California. Mm-hmm. As soon as she said, this is my dressmaker talking, the designer, she said, Sima, let's meet at Terrania. At that instant, I knew that she was connected to me, because no one in the world knew about Terrania Hotel except me, because that's where I would go to meditate. That's where I would go to, have time out for myself. That's where I would go there to escape. I don't even think my children know about Terrania Hotel. She knew. She said, let's go have coffee at Terrania Hotel.
What did you say to her in that moment?
Now, at that moment, every ounce, every cell of my body said, you have to meet this lady. She knows about Terrania Hotel. How does she know about Terrania Hotel? So I drove up 40 minutes to meet her. And we just started talking for maybe 3 hours at Terrania Hotel.
Wow.
She still, at the beginning, she met me. She said, well, Sima, I wanted to meet you because we got introduced, to just be respectful to you. But I'm really not interested in making dresses. I said, okay, let's just go have coffee. So when we had our coffee and we started talking for 3 hours, and then I just loved her. She loved me. And I said, why don't we just start with one dress and let's see where that takes us.
Okay.
So we started creating the one dress, which is the black dress, which is the first dress that I have posted. And Jill, after the first sample, because they do first sample, they do second sample. We had talked about the dress. I had told her what my ideas were. I told her every, how the bustier, the top, the flowers, everything had to be certain way. So I told her all of that. After the first sample, when I came and take a look at the dress that she made, in my heart of hearts, I said, I'm done. She knew exactly what was in my mind.
Wow.
Because these dresses are not dresses. They're not off the rack dresses. These dresses have come from my inner soul. So it was very important to find that person that got my vibe, that understands the vibe. So she can bring it out. She can bring out exactly what is in my mind, and it's in my heart. And after the first session, in my heart, I said, okay, now let's finish this dress.
Yeah.
And when the first dress was done, I was so convinced that I had chosen, or God had put the right person on my path.
Amazing.
So these dresses are not, and I say it, they are not ordinary dresses. These dresses have a feel to them. These dresses have an essence to them. These dresses have a story to them. And I have somehow tried to portray that with my artwork that I have put on Instagram, which all the artwork I have done myself. And I have found an amazing photographer artist who has helped me blended the
Wow.
pictures.
Okay.
So in each of those fancy photos, you will see my original artwork inside the fancy photos. So
Oh,
that makes my photos original. No one will ever have these photos because they have each of those photos, they have my touch in there. Let's say the black one, the first one, which is my signature dress. I have designed the dress. I have, given it, the details are just to the T. The making of this dress is just to the T, but the artwork is about my signature. It's a signature dress. And that artwork is done by me. If, I can show the artwork. I mean, it's right here at my house. And then the second dress, when we made with my lady dressmaker, is called the Red Diamond Dress. Now, this dress, I say it. The story behind the Red Diamond Dress is when you're playing the game of life, are you the queen of red diamonds or are you the queen of black diamonds? And that's the theme of it. And I have created an artwork, and my photographer, and he's a friend of mine who's doing this practically for nothing because he just, wants to do a favor for me.
wow.
And he's just putting the artwork, my artwork, within another artwork and creating an original artwork of mine. And so the dress, the Red Diamond Dress, has over 200 diamond cutouts on the dress. Yes, on the dress, which she has sewn together, I mean, magically, that has created just one fabric. And we have over 250 drops of Swarovski stones falling down from this dress. I tell you, each of those stones are so beautiful and so gorgeous. And then I have an empire style bustier, and I love the empire. And I think when I was sketching these, I think I was going back to 1800 or something, because it has an empire look of the 18th century, Jill. Now these dresses, this dress, especially the red one, is a masterpiece. And it has like a balloon skirt. And about 2 days ago, I was looking, I mean, I don't even look at what Valentino is doing, but it came on my Instagram, Valentino Atelier. It even came on my Instagram, and I looked at it, I said, oh my God, the balloon look, the huge balloon Victorian look that I have sketched and that I have worked, you can see Valentino doing it.
Wow.
It was insane.
Wow. These are beautiful.
It's a balloon skirt with an empire style bustier, but the workmanship, the design, and then the thought and the story behind it is insane.
And can I ask you about, I know I showed you the dress with the Swarovski stones with the blue bows on the back. Is that the one where it has the choker as well? Or
yeah.
This one, the happily after dress, is that it?
Yes. Then the blue happily after dress is even more stunning. That is a Cinderella dress. This dress has over 500, 600 Swarovski oval stones falling down from it. Now, when I was placing the stones, there are many ways you can place stones, Jill. You can put it together, you can give it space, you could, even with a touch of distance, or with the amount of distance you give a stone, it can give that whole dress a completely new look and a completely new character. So with that dress, when I'm placing the stones on it, and I have given it space, where each stone is actually, when you see the dress, you see all of those stones looking back at you. They are not, they're standing out on their own, and they're looking at you because of the spacing that I have given to those stones on that dress. Wow. And then this dress has a long bustier, white long bustier, and then it has this blue, amazingly blue. It's not a balloon skirt like the oval one, but it's a half balloon skirt coming down. And then we have a shrug on it, which is made with chiffon, and and all my fabrications are silk. I didn't want any thick materials. I wanted fine materials. I wanted refinement. I wanted beauty. And they're all silk. So the chiffon sleeve, but then on the top of it, we have over 200 Swarovski stones. But the way this lady has created and the way that it has made is just flawless.
Wow.
It's flawless.
You are flawless. Your story is flawless. Your designs. I cannot wait to meet you. Looking forward to see your work in person and the full products. I know it's a secret still, but the glimpses that I'm getting here on your social media are beautiful. So, and to all of our viewers and listeners today, let's urge everyone to follow you on Instagram, Facebook. How else can we get in touch with you, Sima?
For now, I think Instagram at Sima Collezione. You can get in touch with me in Facebook. It's Sima Azadegan. And yeah, please do visit my website. My website talks a lot about me. It's about my brand recognition, who I am, what am I doing? Why am I here doing this at this age and at this time of my life? And it also talks about New York Fashion Week, how we are preparing for the New York Fashion Week and the dresses, and it's a lot of excitement, Jill.
Sima Azadegan, thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you here. SimaCollezione.com. Your story is amazing. What you're doing by empowering, inspiring so many women, amazing. Best of luck to you. Thank you for joining us here today, and wishing you all the best. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
See you next time.
You got it. Have a great day. And everyone else the same, stay tuned. More of the show is on the way.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.